everyone, my name is Austin and this channel is all about digging deeper and going further to better understand faith, film, and everything that is in between. If that is exciting to you and you are new here, consider subscribing. I put up a new video just like this one every Friday. We are already at the end of February, which means it is time to round up everything that I have been watching and the Blu-rays that I picked up throughout the month. I got some exciting stuff this month, including a new steelbook, so stick around to see what's in store. We're going to start off with what I've been watching. Now remember, I only share the highlights here, so if you want to see everything that I watch all the time throughout the month, be sure to follow me on Letterboxd. I will link to my profile in the description down below. I continued with catching up on some movies from 2019 that I missed when they were in the theater, but now, as we're moving into 2020, they're coming out on physical, so I've been able to catch up on those. This included Angel Has Fallen, Crawl, Jumanji: The Next Level, and A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I actually just finished A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. My wife and I redboxed it this evening, one that we've both been wanting to check out. It is an incredibly heartwarming film. In my opinion, almost could be considered a Christian film. It has a lot of really good, morally sound Christian themes in the characters and the story as well. So that is one I highly recommend for families and anyone just looking for a movie that's going to make you feel good. It's that kind of movie and I loved it. Now, Angel Has Fallen is what might be considered the conclusion to the Has Fallen trilogy, if that's what it's going to stick as. I gave this movie a 3 out of 5. This whole trilogy so far has been a great example of okay movies that have made for a solid series of action thrillers. This third one dives more into the background on the character of Mike Banning and his past, and overall, I liked it. I still think Olympus Has Fallen is probably the best one and the one I enjoy most in the series. And again, this has been a solid series so far, and if this is the end, I'm satisfied with it. Crawl is another action thriller that came out this past summer, and it tells the story of a young woman who returns to her childhood home to check on her father as a hurricane is rolling in to make sure that he is okay. They both become trapped in the basement by two menacing alligators and have to find a way to escape before the house floods or they get eaten. This movie was an incredible thrill ride and I gave it 4 out of 5. I've been wanting to see this since it was released, and especially after Quentin Tarantino named it his third favorite movie of the year. The most frequent thought I had while watching this movie was, but is the dog okay? But all joking aside, this movie amazed me. It is definitely one that I recommend. I wish I had gotten to see this one in the theater, but it is definitely one that I will be picking up for myself at some point. The third movie I watched for the 2019 catch-up is the second or third Jumanji movie, however you want to look at that. That is Jumanji: The Next Level. I had an absolute blast with this one. It was great seeing all the characters come back, as well as shaking it up with new characters and new twists and turns that involve stuff like body swapping within the game and all sorts of other stuff. I'm not sure if I prefer this one or the first or second one that was Welcome to the Jungle that came out a couple years ago. I like the silliness and the humor of the first one, but I also appreciated the more story-driven sequel with this one. The movie experimented really well with creativity, and overall I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. I'm saving the final 2019 movie that I caught up on till the end of the video because it is also one that I bought. Next, I want to talk about a show. If you are a Netflix Originals fan, you may know that they released a new series this past month called Lock and Key. My wife and I both watched this one a couple weeks ago, and we really enjoyed it. I thought the story was unique and the characters were fun and interesting to follow. I won't say too much on the plot because I went into this pretty blind. I don't even think I finished watching the trailer that was released for this one. I just started it. We were really interested at that point, so we were like, well, let's just check it out and watch it, so we did. If you're into mystery, science fiction, drama, adventure, with a sprinkle of scares, I recommend checking this one out. Some other miscellaneous movies that I watched that I also want to mention briefly include The Dark Knight. It has been a few years since I saw this one, but my wife had yet to see it, so I wanted to show this to her, so we watched that one a couple weeks ago. And I thoroughly enjoyed it again, as I knew I would. And my wife liked it up until the scene where the Joker blows up the hospital. And from then on, it just got too long and too complicated for her. We got to that point, she said, "This is good, I like it. How much longer do we have?" And I was like, "An hour?" She was like, "What?" And so she kind of lost interest after that point. Another one I saw for the first time was Cabin in the Woods. I had this one on my Amazon list. I had not seen it, but I'd heard it was good, so I was like, maybe I'll just buy it and check it out. But then I found that it was on Amazon Prime Video, so I was like, perfect opportunity to check this one out for free. And I wanted to see this because I heard it was really cool at kind of twisting the stereotypical horror formula and kind of really turning things on their head. I very much enjoyed it. It was a ton of fun and one that I will definitely go back to. If you're a horror fan at all, and you've not seen this one yet, you should definitely check it out. It will really make your day. Lastly, in this section of the video, Sing Street. I adore this movie. I showed it to my brother over the weekend. He was visiting, so I was my second time, his first time watching it, and I fell even more in love with it. I already want to watch this movie again, and it's only been a few days. This movie is perfect. I love every scene, every song, every character, and every moment. If you've not seen this movie, I implore you, go out of your way and watch it. It's a Blu-ray time. That was a horrible, It's Clobbering Time knockoff. I told you I had a new steelbook, so I don't even remember what I was gonna get. I went to Walmart and I was intending to buy one movie. Oh, it was Parasite, but they didn't have it. And I was looking at their steelbooks and I saw Drive. Now this is also one that I watched, I think a couple days after I had just done my video for what I watched in January, and so it didn't make that video, so it made this one. So technically I watched it in January, but I watched this one on Netflix, loved it. Don't know why I waited so long to watch it. It had been on my list for a while, and then saw this steelbook at Walmart and I was like, this one deserves to be owned on steelbook. So it's really cool, really nice steelbook case. You'll get a closer look at it when I do another steelbook collection update this summer. But for now, check that out. It's really cool. If you've not seen this movie and you're a really good film buff and you're like, it's not an action movie, but it's got a good bit of action. It's kind of like an action drama thriller. It's hard to describe. It's kind of goes against the current, if that makes sense, as far as what it does. And it's really cool. I really enjoyed it. Next we have a double feature, Django Unchained and Inglourious Basterds, and that is Bastards, that's how it's pronounced. I already own Django Unchained on steelbook, and I've been wanting to get Inglourious Basterds for quite a while now, since I had seen it for the first time last summer, and I had it on my Amazon list, was planning to get it there, but then I saw it at FYE. My brother and I went this past weekend. It was, I believe, $9 at Amazon, brand new, just for this one, and had this double feature, still brand new packaging at FYE for $1 cheaper. So I was like, well, I already own this one, but it's $1 cheaper and I still get the movie that I actually want. So that's one I picked up. Really cool to have the double feature, so if I ever loan it out, people got two awesome movies to check out. Here's one that I just picked up yesterday, Knives Out. This was my third favorite movie of 2019. I've been eagerly anticipating this one to release on Blu-ray. Came out yesterday, I was there day one. My wife actually grabbed this for me while she was getting some groceries, but I'm having a movie night with some friends in a couple weeks, and this is the movie of choice. I'm very excited. This is a great group movie. None of them have seen it, so I'm very excited for that and all the fun that we're gonna have watching it. Now, this is the last 2019 movie that I watched and actually have seen twice, and also picked up on Blu-ray. That is Parasite. Now, if you don't know, this is actually coming to Hulu soon, so if you've not seen it, Hulu would be a good way for you to check it out pretty easily if you got that. But I've actually now seen this twice. So I watched it, loved it. I gave it a 4.5, I think. I was blown away by just everything in it. It's an incredibly crafted film. And I was telling my wife about it a couple days later, and she was like, I think I might want to watch it. And I was all over that because she doesn't watch foreign films, and it was kind of different, so I wasn't sure. I was hoping she might like it. She really, really enjoyed it, and hopefully this will get her down the path of wanting to check out more foreign films. So I watched this on a Tuesday and I watched it again on a Thursday, and when I watched it the second time I said forget it, it's a perfect film. So I jumped my rating up to 5 out of 5. So that is everything that I picked up this month. We got Drive, Django / Inglourious Basterds, Knives Out, and Parasite. Movies that I'm ecstatic to have in my collection. Not as big as the past couple months have been because I ran out of Christmas money, so having to play with what budget I have. But I'm very excited that I'm still able to get these, show these off, have some fun talking about them with you. Let me know in the comments down below what you picked up this past month as well as what you've been watching. I'm always looking for new stuff to check out. Thanks for sticking around to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like, make sure you're subscribed, and share it with someone who you know will enjoy it just as much as you did. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next video.